Hello, guys. Hello. Thought my charger was charging, but it's not. But why not? It was just charging. But all of a sudden, it's not working. Ooh. Let's see. Who is that? Hello, darling. How you doing? Who is that? Joe Collins? Hey, Joe Collins. What's up? Hold on. I'm having technical difficulties. Hey, Sunday Rose. How you been, girl? Where's the other charger? Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I thought I had it all together, but I don't. How y'all doing on this fabulous Sunday night? Let's see if this one works. I've been missing y'all too. A lot. Y'all, we all are family, honey. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this one going on. I've been missing y'all too. What's up, Sunday? Y'all don't forget to hit the like button on your way in. I lost my voice. My voice was gone for a good while. But I got it back. 5 people in the building. Can y'all hit the copy link for me? See if we can let our friends know that we're here. We want to chat. I want to find out what's going on with y'all. That's still not working. Ashlyn, did you have a great Thanksgiving? I really did. It was a fantastic Thanksgiving. Not too much food, just enough. And not too much family, just enough. It was good. It was really good. Very peaceful. Me and the grannies, we had a good time. I just sent Raylyn back home this morning. And I got my neck is a little stiff. Can y'all thumbs up the live? Because we were all in my bed, honey, and baby, them grandkids. Ashley, can you bring my your mama's charger? Bring it to me, girl, because, honey, we about to have a whole issue. It's 18 people in here and 3 likes. Come on, y'all. Y'all can do better than that. Y'all hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. It's hot in here. So anyway, we had a great Thanksgiving. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. Hey, what's up? I'm a big fan. Can I get a shout out? You a big fan? I don't recall seeing you in here.
I think my mommy had.
I don't even know how to pronounce your name. Same here. Not too much, or family, just the right balance, right? Huh?
I think my mommy had her charger.
Go look back there. Hold on for a second. Okay. That sucks. Yeah, not too many. Well, yeah, because I didn't. It was. What in the world was that, girl?
Stella.
Hey, Nick. Ashley, can you stop? And Justin Blake, can you stop bumping around? Please don't start that bumping around.
I was trying to get the soda.
Girl, this charger was just working until I hit live. Y'all keep saying y'all a big fan of my content, but I don't Porter Pounder 999. I don't recall seeing you here, but thank you for being here tonight. What's up, though? What's up, y'all? What's going on in y'all life? Y'all know I can talk a mile a minute about a whole lot of things, honey. But I'm checking in to see what y'all got going on. Okay, checking in to see what you people got going on, y'all wonderful folks. I don't know what's been going on YouTube because, baby, I'm so much into the political side of what's going on in this world, baby. Cheryl is in the bushes, okay, in the political bushes. Um, I listened to this channel. It's called IHOP News. Two white ladies. Yeah, and Sunday Rose, since I'm a professional streamer, and I'm even more professional now, and more disciplined. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's a no. You know what I'm saying? You know me. And so anyway, I've been listening to IHOP News. Now, come on now, Charger. How could you do that a few minutes ago? Oh, there you go. There it is. There you go. So I've been listening to a channel called IHOP News. Two white ladies from where are they from? I want to say Idaho, but it might not be Idaho. But anyway, they are progressive. They are literal, not literal. What's the other word I'm looking for? They're progressive. They are okay. Anyway, they just good. They're just wonderful. Hi, I'm a fan. Y'all are trolls. We're not doing it. Just go to the next live. See you later. We're not doing that. We about to enter to 2026. And I know. No. Yes, thank you, Sunday. Thank you, Sunday. I appreciate that. They are progressive and they are liberals, okay? And they are a whole lot like, they're just wonderful. I'm telling you. Along with a lot of other people that I've been listening to. And I just can't help it. Y'all know I'm a Scorpio and I'm a serious girl. Y'all know that. Y'all know when y'all first met me on YouTube, it was me being transparent and very serious about my life. You know what I mean? And so now it's even more. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not me. I'm not gonna be on YouTube without growth and expansion. There's no way. That's just how I am in life. Period. I would not be caught dead the same version of myself as I was before. We don't do that. Some people say, well, they pride themselves for not changing. And my thing is that is the worst, in my opinion, that is the worst thing to ever say about yourself is that, girl, I don't change, I stay the same. No, we don't want that. We definitely, what's up, Dr. Nuka? What's up, the great debater? Hey, I know I hadn't seen y'all in a while. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Kisses and hugs. But yeah, we don't want Alvin in the building. What's up? We don't want to be called dead. Being the same version of ourselves that we were before. And we are certainly on the page of transformation. Evaluation is a great thing. Absolutely. What's up, Daisy? Good evening. Evaluation that leads to transformation. And we certainly want to die to the things that don't help us evolve and grow. We want to die to that. And so I've been listening to the things that ignite and excite my soul, and then I'm bringing some of those things back to you guys as I deal with it in the way that I deal with it. Right? We don't want to never stay the same. Growth is good, absolutely. I'm sorry, evolution. Absolutely. We certainly want an evolution. And yeah, so thank you so much. Nothing, just cooking. Okay. I went out, I took Ashlyn to the hibachi buffet where we got some shrimp and some noodles and the Chinese donut. I had one of those. I had one sweet, what do you call those things that you get from the Jamaican restaurant? It's really sweet, like a banana, but it's not a banana. I had that. Just a couple of little shrimp I had in there, things in there because I wasn't really, really hungry. All right. And so, yeah, we want to change. And so now in the United States, in this political world, what's up, Bree Bree in the building? Plantain. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's what it was. It was so, 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 so sweet. And then I had the dumpling. So dumplings are my new thing. I love, love, love dumplings. Okay. And so yeah, it's a lot. I was just listening to them talk about Hex, what is his name? Hexpeth or Hex. He's the anyway, these people going to jail. Okay, baby, I'll see you the next time. You take care of yourself and you have a good night. My mother loved dumplings. I love those dumplings. Look, these people, they're getting ready to prosecute them for war crimes. Did y'all hear about the boat that was blown up in Argentina? And did y'all hear about the $40 million that they took to Argentina, but especially the boat? So Hexpeth, I think that's his name, he ordered that the greater, see you later. He ordered that they blow that boat up. And then they told him, okay, we just hit the boat. And there are two survivors that have given up. They've raised the white flag. They've given up. And so he said, okay, we'll kill them too. So unalive them too. So anyway, they're bringing him up on war crimes, charges of war crimes. I have never in my entire life seen so many people in an administration that have no regards for the law or the Constitution. And they keep on breaking the law because they really have this temporary idea that they can do whatever they want and there'll be no consequences for it. But it's going to be some consequences for it. Our criminal justice system is slow moving. Y'all know how we are slow doing things, right? But it's exact. It is exact, even though it's slow, right? So these people are going to jail, period. And I just can't. It's just terrible. You know what I mean? So I'm happy about it. I'm ecstatic about it at this point because now I see that people are understanding, because it takes us a lot. Like, for instance, we learned about, I've taught you guys about narcissism and these personality disorders and how they work and how you need to handle a narcissist in your life if you have one, and the different things that you need to do. Okay, these people in the administration, okay, these people are mentally ill, personality disorders, terrible, terrible, terrible. All right, so now it took a while for us, the people. I mean, we're talking about the Supreme Court and Congress, and it took a while, even the journalists and all of that. It took a while for people to understand what was really, really going on. It really did. It took a long time. All right, but people are knowing, yes, he is sick. People are learning now. People are really, really learning now how sick and unchangeable. That's a good word. That's a good word. How unchangeable these people are. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like old people, and some of y'all could consider me old, but I'm half old. I'm not completely old, but I'm half old. But old people, they didn't get it. They didn't get the memo, okay? That these people like um our president and some of the other people, like for instance, Pelosi. I like her. She's fantastic. She was good for some generations. But when she went over there to the Department of Education, and Elon and those people were over there, and she couldn't get in along with the other people, she realized that day, that was the day that she really realized that all of what she had learned and all of what she had done and all of what she knew was not enough for what was going on now. Like she knew, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like we are understanding, and a lot of people are understanding because they were praying for Hexpath and our president and some other people, and they were saying, you know, they're gonna change. Or they could change. That's what they were saying. They could change. But Cheryl Grabowski was saying the whole time, no, no, listen to me. Some people accuse me of sensationalizing, okay? But I just want to say right now, because I'm a real person, I'm not sensationalizing any damn thing. I'm talking with a urgency and a seriousness as to what is going on today in society. And what we realize and what they realize, what's up, hey darling. Somebody say, hey, sure, girl. Hey, girl. Hello. Oh, big dog. Okay. What they realize is that these people are not going to change. And the old people are finally getting it. And some of them are retiring. They are retiring because, listen, guys, what we are dealing with now, they're not up for the fight. They don't have what it takes, and all of what they've known is keeping them from being able to show up in present day and be what they need to be at this day and time, because this is a new day and time. Now, I told y'all I've been watching IHOP News, and it's two Caucasian white ladies. I believe they're from Idaho, but they might not be, but that's what I think. And they've been bringing people on the show. And what I'm realizing, hello, Lawrence, just like what's the guy that just won, Mondani, that won in New York City, that type of person is what we need. Y'all, this is a new day and time. Just like I said about me and this channel and what I got planned for the channel. Okay? This is a new day, and nobody would ever accuse me of not shifting. You understand? I've not taken allegiance to my generation at all. That's why I consider myself a progressive. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when it comes to 40-year-olds and 30-year-olds and even 25-year-olds, if they're speaking the right kind of language and if they got the right kind of vibe and the right kind of energy, I can be right there with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say because I'm from a generation and this is how we did it in that time, because when I just hate to tell you, when it comes to the baby boomers in politics, they need to retire. They have to go because we can't win that way. We just can't. What's up? What's up? Does it always have to be a battle of us versus them? It doesn't have to be, but it is. It doesn't have to be. Somewhere in time, believe me, it'll turn to us, or it'll be like humanity. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. And I think that's what a lot of people believe, and that's what a lot of people want, is for us to have the mentality that we are the human race and that we need to do things together. But things are changing, and I'm so excited, and especially us here on this channel. Things are different. I'm different. You know, people always say, oh, Cheryl, you know, folks have to do the work. No, really, you have to do the work. Yeah, you have to get quiet, get still, and get away from things that you've been, and get away from people that you've been entertaining in order to facilitate a real change. You say you believe it gets worse before it gets better. Of course it does. But we're in the worst, don't you think? When we, thank you, um, when we give orders to just unalive people just because we want to, that is the worst. Do you see what I'm saying? When Hexeth decided to blow up those fishermen because someone told him that they were drug dealers and they were not, he's going to jail. Y'all, listen, I just want to let y'all know. I just want to be one of those people on my platform because I said this before I even left. You know, I've been gone for a while. I just got back. But before all of this stuff really, really got super nasty, I had already told you guys that these people are going to jail. For some reason, they have this false sense of nothing can happen to me. Like I can really now, we can do what we want to do because we've actually taken over the world. And it's actually not true. So you call that a God complex. I guess that's what it is. That sounds about right to me. We can do what we want. We can unalive. We can lie and say that because of Christians, because people are unaliving Christians, then we're going to send our military over there. But in actuality, you want the resources from the land. You can lie and say because different things are going on in Argentina, then we're going to start a war over there. But really, what you want is the oil. And then you think that people are stupid. Nobody's dumb. Nobody's dumb. My thing is, well, gosh, I really shouldn't say that, but I'm saying we know what's going on. Yes, Venezuela. I'm sorry. Venezuela. That's what he wants. He wants the oil. I think, what's up, Mr. Wilson? How you doing? It's been a long time. It has been a long time. I really feel like anybody and everybody who has a platform, and there are 27,000 people here on mine, but anybody who has any platform of any size should speak to what's going on. Because this small group of people in Washington, they've caused a lot of pain in a lot of lives. And if they have it their way, lots more people will pass away. Do you see what I'm saying? So we do believe that the president will die soon. IHOP News, they talk about it a lot. Everybody does. You got doctors all over ABC and all over the other news networks talking about kidney disease and heart failure and him being, so large and being old and the onset of dementia. His cognitive disability is vague. When the sun goes down, he goes crazy and gets to, sending messages on X, and just, I mean, the man ain't gonna live long, you know. And so we don't know. We certainly don't want people to attempt to take his life. We don't want that. You know what I mean? But whether or not he dies of natural causes or something else like that, he's not going to be around much longer. On top of the job that he has is the, most stressful job. Like, he has the most stressful job of them all. It's the most stressful thing. So it's just a lot. It's just a lot, you know. All right, let's see. Let's see. Where are my peoples at? I don't see my folks in here. Yeah, he gonna pass away soon. Um, but a lot of them are going to jail. And they should. They should go to jail. They should. I mean, at this point, and I've been all over social media, right? And the journalists are saying the same thing. Is the DOJ is looking bad right now. Oh, that's you, James. The DOJ is looking bad right now because it just seemed like you can't. But see, they done fired all the good people. They fired all the good folks. All the good folks are gone. But I guess, they have some good folks that are left. But honey, these people are going to jail. He gonna die. That's one thing we do know. Everybody agrees with that. And then the other ones are going to jail. Once he is out the way, then they're going to fall like a stack of dominoes. You got all of these Republicans who are retiring and resigning. You got some of them that they've left the country already because they know they're going to jail. You know what I'm saying? It's really crazy. Now, I'm going to say this. This is November 30th, 2025. In 6 months from now, all of this stuff, you'll start seeing a lot more of this stuff happen. See, me, I'm not worried about it at all. You know what I mean? Because I know it's gonna happen. And I don't say, if you've noticed, I've not mentioned God at all. Why would I even mention God? I don't even know why. They mention God a lot. That's how they got into office. That's how these nasty Republicans were able to take charge in Washington, because they used the idea and catered to the Christians. But nowadays, you don't hear them say that they're Christians anymore. So, but if you notice, I've not said anything about God. Because the way that I look at it, if God had anything to do with it, they would not even be in office. So it's not a God thing. It's a human thing. It's a human thing. It is, like I said the other night, and I'm going to say it again, it is people who believe that rich people were going to help them. It's poor whites, let's be honest, who really thought, and religious blacks who really thought that corporate billionaires were going to help them. And not only that, they thought that they were going to take all of brown and the black people and hurt them when black people, for the most part, don't get food stamps. So he lied. He lied to the whites. And now you have hundreds of thousands, possibly even millions of white people saying he lied to us. But he's a master manipulator. And he's not the only one. There are other ones too. What is a master manipulator? It's a person that lies to you, a person who knows what you want, a person who knows your weaknesses, and then they use it against you. Master. Not just a manipulator, but a master at manipulating. That's what he did. This person is almost 80 years old. He's been manipulating for a long time. Manipulate the taxes. Manipulate the banks. Just manipulating. Master at manipulating. And so when he got his opportunity to manipulate the people of the United States, he did a phenomenal job by promising stuff that he never intended to make good on. He never cared anything about helping the poor whites or the religious blacks. He's not a Christian. He only pretended to be one. He's not righteous. He doesn't know what righteousness is. He's not fair or just. Not one bone of his body is that. He is a charlatan. He is a devil. He is a terrible, lying, manipulating, narcissistic, malignant narcissist. Phenomenal liar. He's the devil. Oh my goodness. Somebody said, Cheryl Grabowski, you're not an expert at this. Oh, but I am. Oh, but I am. This person goes to court so much. He loves to sue people. He loves to cause pain, anxiety, and stress in the folks that he are dealing with. These people, the Supreme Court, the people in Congress, the folks in the Senate, the district attorneys, and all the lawyers that are in Washington, these people are not used to this level of shittiness. They're not used to it. Now, his children are used to it. And his staff, they're used to it. But not Washington. They're not used to it. You would have to be really, really close to him to understand that shit, he loves shit. He plays in it. He massages it. He manipulates it. He dissects it. Now he's filled Washington with shittiness. And then from Washington inside of our homes all over the country, and then shittiness in other countries too, because he's shitting on them too. He's just a big pile of old shit. And the people that helped him to shit on others, they are going to jail. Now, this is the thing. They may have had decent careers in politics, you know? They got their education, they ran their campaigns, they stood in front of the people, they went to work every day, put their nice suits on and had the meetings and did what they needed to do. They would hang out with the people in Washington and have friends in Washington and, go to the little parties that they go to and the conventions and everything, year after year after year of doing the right things, having this lifestyle of being a politician, all these days and nights and weeks and months and years. And then comes this big old shitty malignant narcissist, and he fools them because he helps them to make lots of what? He helps them to make a lot of what? How did he fool them? It's only one word. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? He helped these politicians who've been doing their job for years, making decent money, but he helped them to do what? To make more what? Money. When anybody call you up on the phone and they say, look, we need you to vote like this here. I listened to a live, not Friends Money. I listened to a live that Jasmine Sullivan did on YouTube, not Jasmine Sullivan, Jasmine Crockett did on YouTube one night. And she said for sure she knows that he offered one of the senators $500,000 for his vote. And guess what? He got the money. They are getting on the phone and they are calling judges. You say, Cheryl Grabowski, you know damn well they didn't call no judge. Listen, and they did. And guess what some of them said? Guess what some of them said? I'll do it. Well, look, I'm going to give you $50,000 for this right here. Okay, well, where I'm going to put the money in? Give me your information. I'll deposit it into your account. That's what they did. Somebody say, Cheryl, how are they able to convince a lot of these people? A lot of these people were okay people. Well, I'm telling you how. It's the money. Look, I'm going to tell you. In order for us to get things straightened out, they're going to have to be people that are in position to now this is deep, okay? Because I want you to put yourself in their shoes. Put yourself in this person's shoes. If somebody say, look, Cheryl, or you, I'm going to give you $75,000, but I need you to vote no when we vote. That's all I need you to do. Just put your vote in as no. And I'm going to send $75,000 to your account. You got to be able to say no. Because the people don't want that. The people that you're representing, if you vote against, or if you vote for what your people don't want, then your people hurt. And that's why you've gone into politics, is to represent the people, to do better good for the people. It wasn't for you to take big amounts of checks from corporations. But, they do that. It reminds me of the church world. It reminds me of the church world, and I'm going to tell you why. Because narcissistic preachers go into ministry for money from day one. They don't believe in the Bible. They don't believe in what it says. They don't even believe in God. They just go into ministry for money and women. And you got politicians that are like that too. They say now that the level of corruption that's in Washington is astounding. The level of corruption. So you got corrupt congressmen and women, corrupt senators, corrupt judges. They're just corrupt. They have their own agenda. They have the shittiness that they want to do. They have their way of making money. It's crazy. But on a good note, when I was watching IHOP News today, they had a young man on IHOP News who's running for office. And he reminds me of the what's his name? Mandani. He reminds me of Mandani. He's progressive, he's for the people. He has integrity. He's capable of empathy. He's young. The old people gotta go. The old people gotta go. When I talk to my peers, they don't have much, nice things to say about the young people. My peers don't speak well of young people, right? But I do. I do. I do. Because that's what it's going to take. In order to heal this world, and it will be healed, in order to make it a universal place for all people so we can get rid of poverty and people not having places to stay and people not having the food, because we have all the money, all the resources, and everything that we've ever need for everybody to live a decent life on this earth. The only thing it's going to take is people like me. And people like that young man that I saw today. And people like those two women that run IHOP News. People like Jasmine Crockett. People like Obama and Michelle Obama. People like that. People that are progressive. People who are empathetic. And people who are not super religious. We can't do the super religious anymore, because the thing about being super religious, the thing that harms humanity about being super religious, don't cuss in my chat, I will block you. Now that's what I'm not going to put up with. Okay? Yeah, we've got to get rid of the old politicians. They don't. Okay, well, goodbye. See you later. Goodbye. All right. The old people have got to go because they don't have the right type of vision. This world, this earth will be healed. Period. It's going to end up being a beautiful, fantastic place, right? It is. Two things we need to get rid of. We need to get rid of the money system. We need to get rid of the money system. And we need to get rid of these religious books. You got to get rid of them, to be honest with you, because the religious books, they all have a doomsday factor. And God ain't said none of that. God ain't said none of that. I don't believe it. God never said it. But if you believe it, then you will bring it to pass. If that is in your consciousness, because listen, this is the thing, and this is part of the new channel too. But listen, I'm just getting y'all ready for where we're going. God never said those things. But if it's a part of your consciousness, it'll be manifested. There is power in the tongue. And I know that that's written in spiritual literature. But that is, if you've lived long enough, you don't need literature for that. You'll see that whatever a person speak about, they bring about. So that's not even a serious, really big God conversation. That's just observing human behavior. Whatever you speak about and you think about, you bring about. So it's manifesting. Right? Meaning that you have a thought in your mind. And this is what Project 2025 was about. Right? They were thinking a certain way because of the things that Obama, the black man, as president, the white conservatives, the evangelicals, they felt some type of way about that black president. Him saying that gays, it should be legal, that they should have rights. And it was another thing that they said that they didn't like about him. It was a gay thing, and it was something else. Oh, historical. Yeah, him speaking about history, America, and all of the horrible things that the Caucasian, the colonizers, did to the blacks. Those two things. Black history, which is American history. Obama told the truth about the black history, not as it's written and documented in America, not as what it states in the history books, even though he was a history major. But he told the truth about how black people were treated in America from the beginning. And that brought about all of the hatred that the white supremacists and the white evangelicals felt about Obama and all of the things that he said and about America. And they got together and began to think, as a man thinketh in his mind or in his heart, so is he. Whatever he think about, speak about, he bring about. So they sat around the table thinking about what Obama talked about, okay? And then they got together, and then they began to organize and to document. And they wrote it all down. They had their meetings, and they did their thing. Yeah, they did that. Now, once they got Trump back into office, then that thing that they thought about, felt about, spoke about, wrote about, then they brought it about. And that is what we experience now, right now, 2025, November the 30th. The white supremacists, the white nationalists, the white evangelicals want to make America a Christian nation again. Right? So Christian, what does that mean? The white nationalists, white Christians. The white evangelicals, white Christians, want to make America a Christian nation again. Like make America great again. So they want to make it a Christian nation again. And they want the other religions, they want to make it illegal for those people to exercise their religious rights about what they believe in, their God, right? They want to make it a law that you have to be a Christian. When the literature itself, which is not authentic, by the way, when it doesn't say that, it said choose today whether you will serve God or not. But the white evangelicals and the white nationalists want to make it a law. They want to make it a law. That's what they want. So we don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. These people have lost their ever loving mind. They've lost their minds. We don't need it. I'm telling you. We don't need that. There are millions and millions and millions of people who look within their own soul to converse with God. Do you understand? Because especially in America, the political system and the church are one and the same. Same people. The same people. How, this is, this is a genuine question, because you might be asking this question, right? I think a lot of people ask this question. How can these people say that they have God in them, and the things, Project 25 and Project Esther, the things that they want to do to humans, how can they confess or profess that God is in them? And the awful things that they're willing to do, like they covet to do these things. They want passionately to hurt people How can they be that way? I don't know why my live keep restarting. It's the weirdest thing. Have you ever asked yourself a question? How? How can these religious people, how can these people say they love God and the only thing they want to do is hurt people? I mean, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, really. My thing is, I know lots of people and they don't think about hurting people. You know? That is not a part of my psyche. That does not turn me on. It does not motivate me. It's not something that I dream about. It's not something that I watch on TV. It's not something that inspires me. It's not something that I secretly want. I don't want to hurt people. You know what? People ask me about 5 months ago, 4 months ago, before I stopped going live. People ask me, they say, well, Cheryl, what do they want? And what I used to tell y'all, do y'all remember what I told y'all? Now, since then, it's proven that this is what they want because we've seen what they've done. But back then, because I knew the personality that these people have, what they want. So what they want is red rum. That's what they want. Hey, Dwight. Nobody who has the spirit of love and life and the essence of God lust to hurt people. They don't. If and it's crazy because they think so, right? They think so. So the natural course of thinking is this entity that they entertain, the one that they read about, the one that they worship, the one that they indulge with, is a dark, horrible spirit, right? I mean, it's terrible. So we're not. Um, yeah, all of this stuff is gonna come to an end. It's gonna, and so somebody said, well, sure, it gets worse before it gets better. Well, we're in the worst. We're certainly like, we're certainly in the worst. The worst is now. The worst is today. The worst was yesterday. The worst will probably be tomorrow. We're in the worst. We're in the worst when you order a boat of fishermen to be unalived. We're in the worst. It just doesn't make any sense. And I'm telling y'all one thing. I'm going to be honest with you. I will be ecstatic the day that they put them in jail. My thing is, but, and they don't need to go for a year or two. They need to go to jail indefinitely. I want to speak for a minute about Stephen Miller. I'm going to talk about Stephen Miller a little bit. the proud white nationalist Stephen Miller. The proud white Christian nationalist Stephen Miller. Him. The bald head, little bodied boy stature Stephen Miller. Him. Um Stephen Miller and that's a hateful little guy. He's a very, very hateful, little bodied guy with no hair. He is a white nationalist. He's been indoctrinated. I know what it is to be indoctrinated, so I get it. I get it when you have ingested religious information, when he is a cornball, when you have taken this information and you have read it and dissected it and you ate it up and you just keep on eating it up and you're creating this frame around your brain and that's all you do, and it's a big ball of just hate. You know what I'm saying? Hate for black and brown people. Like, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know who introduced him to white nationalism. I have no idea, but it is in him all the way to the bone. All the way to the bone. And this is so crazy because, people said a long time ago, they said, well, Cheryl, the president is not racist. They said the president is not racist, but then we got Stephen Miller, and then Stephen Bannon shows up, right? And then you got JD Vance. You got JD Vance. You know what I'm saying? These are white nationalists. And they said, but sure, the president is not racist. Oh, for real? Oh, well, I mean, it looks like it. Okay, well, why does it look like it? It's because all of the people that are right there around him, they are, and not only are they are like, they're vocal. They speak about it. They say you wear your banner of racism and white supremacy with honor. That's what they say. So at first, a lot of people didn't realize that our commander-in-chief is that way too. They didn't realize it, but he is. And they said, no, Cheryl, it's more about the money. No, it ain't. It's about both. So was his father, right? And his granddad. Let's be honest. Let's not put on this Christian lens and not look at things as they are. You see the evidence is right there in front of you. We all see it, right? And they're also saying don't apologize for it, right? So now, 2025, at the end of November the 30th, like we all got the same picture, right? Now, I know there's nobody here that's confused about where our president is when it comes to race. Now, I saw a black lawyer on TikTok. He's bald head too. And he was defending our commander-in-chief, I mean, he was defending him, honey, to the bone. Okay. And I was like, oh my God. But he one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? He's one of them ones. It's just it's nuts. It's nuts. But hey, shit, we got a lot of crazy people in the world. hmm But yeah, this channel here, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is a life channel. We will be very much engaged in what's going on from here on out. Before I left, it was all politics anyway. That's all I was really talking about. Okay, so separation of church and state, absolutely no religion should be in the system at all. And first of all, I totally agree with that. Secondly, it's always been in the system. They're one and the same. They're one and the same. I'm telling you. And that is part of, again, that is part of the issue. It is. Because in order for a system to, check this out, and this kind of happened with our president too, because he's an outsider. The world of politics wasn't his world. So the outsider comes in and breaks the whole thing apart. But what I was getting ready to say, in order for a system to change, it cannot change from the people that are a part of it. You have to get, I'm telling you, all throughout history, if you really think about what I'm telling to you, what I'm saying to you, in order for a system to change, you have to have somebody come in from the outside who has a different frame of mind, because everybody in that system is going to be thinking the same. And that is the problem with people running in all the same circles. That's the problem with people joining groups and say, this is my clan. And you thinking like everybody that's around you. You can't do that. You can't do that. And that's kind of like what we got going on in Washington. But what I'm saying, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. But it's going to be other people that think like me. God is wonderful. God is alive. God is in us, through us, as us. God is everything. But God is not who the church or the Muslims or the Jewish people or any literature says that he is. Nope, nope, nope. You guys have had all these years to come up with a system where ain't nobody hungry, everybody have somewhere to stay, and all things are good, because this earth God has put here, and it has everything that we need, but we have hoarders that hoard everything. And then we have people who worship the ones that have lots of things. And therefore you got groups of people, massive groups of people who have nothing. You got people who are being unalived by people who want to hurt people for sport, because they are bored, because they have everything. You guys have had all these years to come up with a system that everybody that breathes on the earth is okay. But we, in our religious books, that tell us that this group is better than that one, and that it's okay to unalive this group because our God says that they are no good. And as long as we as human beings take on that mentality, hug our literature, and say that that is God, then we will always have what we are experiencing now. What's going on in Sudan In other parts of Africa, what's going on with the Palestine, the Palestinians, and some of the other people in other parts of the world is a shame before God, because those people are literally being unalived by rich folks who want to be richer, and don't care anything about human beings. And y'all, look, say I ain't telling the truth, because I am. But there is a group of people, and they are in the oven right now. Some of them are on the planet right now, already talking right now, that understand that religion and that literature, those books, we're going to say with an S, not one, all of them are the problem. Yep, it's the problem. I'm telling you. When you worship literature that is divisive, then you are divisive too. When you worship literature that says a group of people is God's chosen people, that's the biggest lie that's ever been told. There is no group of God chosen people. That's just like a parent having 6 children. And the parent says to all 6 of the children, my third child is the one that I have chosen. That's going to automatically invoke contention between the children, and all jealousy and envy and all kinds of evil. That thought. It's amazing to me what y'all believe that God has done and said. Just because your mama and your grandma them believe that. God didn't say that. Some narcissistic person wrote it down because that's how they think. That's narcissistic. See, that's what I'm saying. I just, it can't. But anyway, I know that that's not true. And millions of other, millions, not millions, but millions of other people know that it's not true either. And over the years, as years go by, you know, as people like me evolve in their thinking, in their spirit, and you got to be courageous, because in order for me and people like me to see the forest from the trees, because you got to be able to see that, and you got to be courageous too, because you got to be able to confront the lie that's been told to everybody that you know, that God is divisive, like the literature. God has a special group of people, like the literature. And God has said, unalive them folks over there, the women and children, everybody, like the literature. And then everybody say, God is good. And he done all manner of evil. I just come right out and say, it's not God at all. It's the literature. But if you ever want to really know what God is, or who God is, just stick around. Just stick around. We ain't talking about the law. We talking about God. We create the law. We create the laws. And we got bad laws too, real bad ones. Don't you see what our administration is doing right now? They changing the laws and changing and writing bills, and they moving the goalposts. Narcissists do that. Psychopaths. They do that. Why do I feel like a lot of Christians cherry pick? I'm not a Christian, so MB, if it sounds condescending, um, they do. But maybe a lot of Muslims cherry pick too. I don't know. I would think so. And a lot of Jewish people cherry pick. But they do, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, we're people, we're human. You know what I'm saying? So we got our own preferences and our own biases. We got our own denominations: Baptist, Pentecostal, Presbyterian, AME. You see what I'm saying? And then everybody's supposed to be the right denomination or the right branch of Christianity. Even white nationalists are Christians. But then you got Baptist Christians or Pentecostal Christians say, but they not real Christians. But y'all ain't real Christians. What is a real Christian? What is it? Is it a person being Christ-like? Is it a person that believes that Jesus is God? What is it? Is it a person that makes a vow or a commitment, a person that joins a church? Is it a person that don't cuss no more? Don't fornicate no more? What is it? What is a Christian? What is it? It's annoying. That's what it is. How about just be a good person? How about just be a fair person? Well, if I'm a Christian, I'm born again, and I'm going to heaven. You don't know where you are going. And everybody that has passed away that you know or you don't know about the afterlife because you ain't been there. It's none of your business. You were given life here. You were supposed to live it. There's a lot of things that we are supposed to figure out while we live. That's the point. It's not for you to go somewhere and be indoctrinated with the same type of message over and over again for 50 years and hide out in your house. It is the craziest. You're not going to get me on a rant, but I'm just saying it's annoying. It's annoying. Ain't no way in the world God put us on this earth to live that type of experience. And then as a Christian, as a 20-year-old Christian, well, when I die, I'm going to heaven. You're living now. You have a life now. You eat ice cream. What are you talking about? A lot of people believe that the idea of, well, when I pass now, I'm going to get my mansion in heaven type stuff. Mostly because, that Bible come about during the years of colonization. And that a lot of that stuff was written and spoken to black people to keep them under control. And then you, as a black person or a white person, after all these years, you still ain't figured that part out yet. And the only thing you can think about is going to another place when you leave here. You want to make sure that you make it to, but there is no assurance and there is no safety other than the idea that you are saved or safe. And that's the idea like any other idea. The other idea that's not true. And you don't know one from the other, really, to be honest with you. And don't tell no lies now. Don't tell no lies. Don't sit here and don't play with me because, see, I'm on the other side of the phone. So I don't see you. You see me. And you say, oh, but sure, I know that I know that I know. No, you don't. You don't know anything. It's not true. But what you could have focused on was being a good person here. caring about other people here, loving folks here, and doing what you can here. You could have done that. And then you could have made sure that you live your life a decent life, and make sure that you live in your life. Don't you live your life for other people. Please don't do that. Out of all the things that I can share with y'all, please don't never do that. Don't do it. I'm gonna tell you something about folks. Folks ain't real. I'm telling you right now. They are not, and folks could be your own family members. I'm talking about folks can be your husband or your mama or your daddy. Folks can be your auntie that you look up to or your best cousin. Folks can be anybody. Don't you live your life for folk. Because 9 times out of 10, they got on a mask, and the person that you think you know ain't the real person. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. That shit that's going on in Washington is the most low vibrational, and we all are observing what it means to be earthly, low vibrational, demonic, and don't give two shits about nobody. Washington is a good picture of that, other than people like Jasmine Crockett and some of the other folks, because there's some good ones there too. But them other ones, low vibrational, 3D as hell. Okay? The bottom of the barrel. The bottom. I don't care how many billions they got. The bottom of the barrel. Bottom. You know, I had this thought the other day. I told you. I told y'all I really could talk on this live for 3-4 hours. Easy if I wanted to. But I had this thought the other day of America, the Christian nation. The land of the free and the home of the brave, America. Everybody wants to be like the Americans, free. You come over here, you make money, and you create the life that you want. You end up living in a beautiful millions of dollar home in LA on top of the hill, or you live in a high rise apartment in New York City or California, something like that. So it's the prosperity that we all like. Ooh, America, I want to go and I want to make money and I want to be free. But people are changing. Now, what people want to be free still. People want to be left alone. People want peace. People want to put on regular clothes, comfortable clothes. People want to walk in the grass and see beautiful scenery. People want to hear the birds chirping. People want to see roses and beautiful flowers. The rat race in America and the lie that's been told, and all this stuff going on because we want to live this life, this fake life of all this luxury like our president in that ballroom. And all of the big corporations are, gave him 10, 15, 20, 30 million dollars, because the ballroom is going to cost upwards of 400 million dollars. And they donated the money because he asked them to, and to build this I think it's 90,000 square foot ballroom with all the bells and whistles, because this man has an appetite for luxury, right? And we've pure, like, damn near sold our soul, or we'll sell it, our soul, or we'll unalive somebody. We'll do anything to be like those people. And the thing is, this is the thing that I was thinking the other day, because I heard this on a podcast, and I'm going to end the live. When you can live in what you want, when you can afford to build it, whatever you want to live in, whatever size you want, whatever you want your floors to look like, whatever you want the furniture to look like, whatever you want your fixtures to look like. And when you can build 6 or 7 of them in different parts of the world, when you can have as many automobiles as your heart desires, and when you can eat what you want, and when you can go where you want, and when you can decide to travel in your own airplane, or however you want to travel, on a yacht or whatever, when you can do all the things, when you can put on whatever clothes you want to put on your back, and whatever shoe you want on your foot, and you've lived this way for years and years and years, then it's hard. Ashley, come open the door for your mama. Come on, hurry up. Then it's hard for you to get out of life and feel into your body. Open the door for your mama. Dopamine. So then what do you want to do? What happens? What happens? How do you feel it at that point? Y'all never guess it. And I'm about to end the line. Who is that? Hey, Nikki! I don't know if you're still here, girl. Hey, the live was, I left it where, okay. So yeah, what do you, once you can do all that, hey, eat what you want, live where you want, travel how you want, all these things, all these wonderful things that we want to do in a lifetime, and you can do it, and you've been doing it for 30 years, then what gives you pleasure at that point? Thank you, darling. What gives you pleasure at that point? Murder. Oh, there go Jean. Hey, Jean. Me too, Jean. I love that. That doesn't sound corny. But hurting other people. It is, they're like press-ons, but they change colors. They go from like a green to like a bluish purple. And then, you see that purple right there? And then it turns green. And then it does one more other thing. Okay. Purple, green. I like them too. They are so cute. Hello, hello. Oh, I will. Thank you so much. They want to hurt people. You love the green ones? Yeah, that's why I bought them because I saw the green. But then as I bought them because when I was looking at them in the pack, so it do the green and the purple blue and then all purple and then go back. Girl, I don't know. But yeah, that's the cup right there. That's how I saw them in the pack. And I was like, well, they don't match my ring, but then they do. Yep. Yep. But anyway, y'all, kisses and hugs. Gee, how you doing? Oh, I need me a big glass of cold juice. Look, Wayne say I can't fix stupid. Hello, thank you. Um, yeah, I'm just doing what is in my heart to do. I'm not trying to fix anybody. Trust me. I've been stopped doing that years and years ago. No fixing people. Because to be honest, you can't fix folks. The only person you can fix is you. That's it. Oh my God. Oh, the doggy. I have been better, but I'm having breakthroughs by having breakdowns, which sounds weird. No, I understand that. I understand that. I was over with and congratulations on that, Gene. I was with stepdad today, and I thought about doing a video for y'all. Nikki, do y'all want me to do a video over at the home so you can see where he's at and all that? I was gonna do it today, but I decided. Me and Ashlyn went over. He wanted some pork skins, and I said, Giles, you don't need that. I've been doing good. Yes, please, I will. I will certainly do that for y'all. Um, and he looked good. The dialysis has been good for him. You know, nobody ever said, okay, Laura, nobody ever says that dialysis is good. You know, you always hear it's terrible. And I know it's rough because they're taking out your blood and putting it back. But I really thought we were going to lose him about 4 months ago. He was in bad shape. So he needed the dialysis so bad. So even though like physically he doesn't have the mobility that he used to have, and he's not on his feet yet because it's hard for his feet to heal because he's a diabetic. But what we've gotten back is his mind, his personality, and his voice is back, and his appetite is back, and he can think and talk and hold sentence and all that. And it's like he's back. And it's helping someone you know. Yep. And it was a big difference. That's all I can say. In his case, it was a big difference. And so it's like he's back, and he doesn't complain about anything. That man is a beautiful soul. I'm telling you. I've never met anybody. I don't know anybody like Giles in my entire life experience. I've not met anybody like him. He he just he just doesn't complain. He just don't. Even when he don't see me as often, your mom is one too. He doesn't see me as often, and sometimes I say I'm coming and I don't make it because I'm tired. Y'all know, I got a busy schedule, and sometimes I run out of energy, and so and he still doesn't complain. He'll call me. He say, "Well, I guess you didn't feel like it or something like that," and I said, "Giles, I'm coming. You know I'm coming." And so when I got up this morning, I told Monet, I said, She said, well, Ashley need her hair done. I said, look, I'm going to see Giles today, no matter what. And that's going to be the first thing I do. So we sat over there, and then I called my son, my oldest one, and they talked on the phone for a long time. And then me and Ashlyn talked to him afterwards, and then he was tired. He do understand, but sometimes I'll be just like, are you never going to say to me, well, Cheryl, if you tell me you coming, then I want you to come. He's not, he's not going to do that. He's not. The most he'll do is say, mm-hmm. He'll do that, but that's it. He ain't doing no more than that. Just a kind soul. And just, he just ain't got, he's just sweet. He's sweet. Mm-hmm. He spent he spent Thanksgiving with his sister, which I'm so happy about that, because when he got really, really sick, y'all remember when he first got sick like that? Well, it worried her so bad that she had a stroke and a heart attack. And it almost took her out of here, and she doesn't even stay she doesn't even stay by herself anymore. So she lives with her daughter now. And she's not mobile anymore. But he told me that she did a lot of talking, which was good. And so she's doing better. So they had a good visit. But anyway, y'all, kisses and hugs. And I'll see y'all soon. This was a long live y'all shared with somebody, honey, because Washington, between all this stuff that's going on Washington and them folks, y'all don't tell nobody what to do. You don't tell nobody what to do. If you got to make somebody serve your God, then I don't know what to say about that. You's a barbarian. They used to do that a long time. Christians used to do that a long time ago. That's in the history of the Catholic Church. They unalive people for not doing that. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Have a good evening. Bye, guys.